Hi Capricorn, my name is Raheem with the Modern Spiritualist, and today I'm going to do the June 2020 General Tarot reading for the sign of Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. I went ahead and already did the layout, which is a little different from what I've done in the past, where I've pulled the cards on screen. This time I pulled the cards ahead of time and meditated with them a little bit before getting started, so I'm just going to go ahead and show you guys the layout, and then we will do this. So, this time I just did 2 cards each for each week of the month to bring you through the month. So for the first week of June, we have the Six of Pentacles paired with the Universe. In the second week, we have the Five of Cups paired with the Knight of Swords. And the third week, we have the King of Pentacles paired with the Moon. And in the fourth week, we have the Ten of Cups reversed paired with the Page of Pentacles. This is a really positive reading, you guys. Really is. All I got was forward motion. Even these reversals, I'm just getting a lot of interior personal work, but still moving forward with it. So it really feels like you guys are getting ahead this month. So the first week, we have the Six of Pentacles paired with the Universe, which in a Rider-Waite deck, that would be the World card. It's a beautiful card, especially in this deck. It's just amazing. So whatever hard work you've been doing, Capricorn, in the past 6 weeks or 6 months even, something is coming to fruition this week. Either you're finishing something or you're seeing the results of something. The Six of Pentacles is all about receiving what you've given. It's kind of like a karmic giving and receiving, specifically receiving from the universe. And in this deck, it's actually called the Success card, which is unique to this deck. This is the Thoth Thoth Tarot deck, which I really like. The more that I use it, the more it kind of unveils itself to me, and it's just really multifaceted. So, I mean, use this week as an opportunity to allow the universe to give back. Celebrate yourself. Celebrate what you've done. Acknowledge your achievements. And, I mean, the Six of Pentacles with the Universe card basically means that whatever you've done is for your soul's purpose. Like, you are living your soul's purpose with whatever you're doing right now. And so whatever you're doing does have greater impact than maybe you can even see right now. I mean, what you're doing is aligned with what you want, what you're going after. And you might find that it has been, I mean, when you're doing something for you, that's aligned with your inner drive and your inner desire, to create, what you might find is that it ends up being like the right path for you, ends up being easier than you would expect, because we kind of have this this Western dialogue of like the fact that like work is work and it's supposed to be hard or whatever, and I think Capricorns are specifically very sensitive to that. And so this week shows me that you guys have really been like, you know what, no, like I'm not going to listen to that dialogue, I'm going to do what I want to do, and you may be very surprised to find that it's been easy, it's been a breeze, because when you are in dynamic balance with your energy and your soul's purpose and what you're actually supposed to do, it's actually easier because the universe is meeting you. Like you're where you're supposed to be, so it's easy. So it no longer feels like you're like climbing this uphill battle, right? You're just kind of like finding all of the things that are working for you, and the things that you're manifesting are just coming to you. So that's really beautiful. That pairing is just phenomenal. In the second week of June, we have the Five of Cups paired with the Knight of Swords. I just get the sense with this Five of Cups that you guys are really looking at something in the face. Even if it's a little uncomfortable or disappointing or whatever it is, I get the sense that many of you feel like you've put a lot of effort into something that you're realizing just like isn't working. And you're just seeing that for exactly what it is like, I put a lot of work into this thing and it's not what I want. But I don't feel a whole lot of, I mean, there may be a little bit of sadness and regret or like disappointment, but I just don't feel like you guys stay there. I think you take a really logical approach to this and you go, okay, well, what's next? Like, what am I going to do? And make sure when you're looking at this, you didn't do it for no reason. Like, whatever you were doing that you've decided just isn't for you, you did do it for a reason because it's guiding you to what you're doing now. So make sure that you do thank whatever's no longer working for what it did do for you while you were in it, whether it just like taught you certain things about yourself or about life or whatever, even if it felt like sort of a detour, keep in mind that it could still be a spiritual detour. Like you were still collecting data basically that you needed and integrating that. So even though it's no longer working and it might kind of feel like it was a waste of time, nothing's ever actually a waste of time, right? Um, but whatever it is, I mean, with this Knight of Swords energy, I just get the sense that you guys are moving away from it. Like you're seeing it for what it is. You're like, nope, that's not for me, and you're just speeding off in the opposite direction. So I do just get a lot of forward momentum with this. I don't think that you stay. If you have a wall moment, I think that some of you might, but I think most of you are just kind of like being more decisive about this Five of Cups. Like you're just like, okay, no, and then you're just moving right along. So. Um, it feels more positive than what I would normally be channeling for the Five of Cups. So that's nice. In the third week of June, we have the King of Pentacles paired with the Moon. I think you guys are really taking, since you're whatever it is that you're doing, even though it doesn't really necessarily feel like a new cycle to me, I feel like you guys are taking, later in the month, you guys are sort of taking stock of what you have before you move forward. And I think for a lot of you, it's actually just like you, like internally, like, okay, what are your skills? What are your natural abilities? What are your talents? What are you capable of doing? And then cutting out the rest, and really leaning into your strengths. Um, with the Moon card, I think you guys may just, some of you may be in a little bit of fear, and it's just healthy fear because you're doing what you want to be doing, which is inherently scary because you don't want to fail, right? But you won't, right? Because you're doing what you're meant to be doing. So face any fears that come up and just like know that it's just fear, and then try to locate where those fears are coming from. Like if they're coming from a place of just like being afraid that you're not gonna be able to accomplish what you're doing, then address that as is. But it could also just be a fear of like being known and seen finally as the person that you've always wanted to be seen and known for. Um, which can be scary, but like in a really exciting way. And I think for a lot of you, that's what this is. And you're just trying to create the capacity to kind of handle this newness and this excitement, for what you guys are proceeding with. Um, and just make sure that you're listening to your intuition and your emotions this week. I mean, throughout the entire month, especially later in the month. I mean, remember that you guys are the sea goat. I mean, the more modern interpretation kind of like puts us as this like mountain goat thing. No, Capricorn is the sea goat. We're every bit as intuitive and emotional as we are practical and logical and wise and all that. Like we are where the sea meets the ocean, and we're at our best and at our most genius when we're taking both into account, when intuition is working with our practicality in like a really flowing, real and ingenious way. So make sure that you're listening to both sides of yourself and really balancing yourself out. In the fourth week, we have the Ten of Cups reversed paired with the Page of Pentacles. I think you guys just feel a real sense of personal achievement and self-satisfaction this week. Like this is kind of you celebrating yourself and what you've done and feeling really happy about, where you're at. So thank yourself for your own development and the work you've put in, because it's guiding you to exactly where you want to be. And let each accomplishment that you accomplish, big or small, keep serving as a driver, for you to just keep going towards new heights, and upping the ante, and then leading yourself to even bigger accomplishments that makes you feel even better about yourself, and it creates a cycle this way. So, I mean, with the Page of Pentacles, it looks like you guys are kind of setting off onto some sort of like new-ish venture, something that you guys have been sitting on for a long time, but you're finally ready to like take action in the world and see it happen. So I'm really excited for you guys. I see a lot of forward motion. I see just a lot of self-acceptance and, happiness towards yourself and what you're doing. Please leave me a comment to let me know how these energies are playing out for you. Leave me any questions as well. Make sure to hit like and subscribe, and I hope to see you guys next month.